Hi class, just a video showing how to do the simulations as a few students asked about it. So let me share my screen and we'll get going. Okay, so I already launched the assignment for PowerPoint 1A and 1B. I'm going to do launch all, and then my session loads. And here at the bottom, we have our instructions. In the templates list, select frame to preview a frame of various colors and so on. Okay, so we start PowerPoint. In the templates list, which right here, we don't see the one we're looking for, so we go more themes, and we scroll down until we get to frame, which is in the first column, the fourth one down. No. In the templates, the select frame view, which we did, and the various colors that it can be. And it tells us to create the document. So we click this button. And the materials we do here are the same way you do the graders. In the slide pane, which is this area right here, it's telling us to click the add title and type quest for adventure. And on the subtitle, it's telling us to type your way. Oh, I forgot your travel, sorry. Your travel was first, my bad. See, it will give you errors when you do something wrong. You're going to move on. So it's important to read the directions, unlike what I did. This time we're going to change the design of our presentation, and that's found up here in the ribbon, in particular right here. And we want to change a theme. And the one we see that we want is in here. So we have a more button. And we want to choose the Berlin theme, which from experience from doing these is the last column, second row. Now we want to create a new slide. So we see on our home tab, we're going to go to slides grouping, which is right here. We're going to click the down arrow next to new slide. And it wants us to do panoramic picture with caption. So that's the second column. Oh, yeah, second column, third row. And now we're told to, in the slide title, which is click to add title here, we want to type your dreams. And then we type this long string into the click to add text section. Here we're just learning how to enter words into a presentation. So the typing is key. You have to spell things properly. Now in the home tab slides group, again, right up here in our home tab, the slides group want to do new slide. And this time, instead of panorama picture review, we do title and content. And from my experience, title and the content is the most used theme. So now we have our third slide. On slide 3, we want to enter our expertise. And in the subtitle, we click add. Notice these are all shortcuts to do some kind of action in PowerPoint, but they'll go away when we click add, and when we show the slide. 20 years of experience in travel. And that question is done. So this time our directions tell us to go to slide 3, which we're on. At the insertion point, we want to hit enter. We're going to start a bulleted list. And we see we already had a bulleted list in the furthest left indent, which is where our dot is now. We want to hit the tab key. The tab key is going to indent this bullet and change its shape. And we want to enter certified travel associates. Enter. And we're told to decrease the list level. So we're going to go up into our paragraph tab. And these buttons here will show us to move the dot to the left or to the right. We're going to do and so we had to decrease it to put it back. We're going to type specialized in land and sea travel. We hit enter. This time we're going to increase the level by using the button directly next to the decrease. So here's increase. We put it back into place like the first one. We're going to enter Europe. Comma, Asia. Comma, yeah. That question is good. We're still on slide 3. We want to go to the notes section to add some reader notes. And that's to the bottom part of our slide pane where it says notes. So we're going to go ahead and click that. And then the notes pane, we want to type this where it says click to add notes on the bottom of the slide pane. Quest for adventure travel as locations in New York, Chicago, and LA. Now we're told to drag the vertical scroll box up until the screen tips at slide 2. That vertical bar is over here. If you're using a Mac, you may not see this. If you don't, you just can use the slide sorter to do the same thing. So we're going to move up to slide 2. and watch my cursor change the text. Now we're back to slide 2. We're being told after the period in our subtitle, we hit the space bar. We're going to enter if you can read it, we can help you get. We want to hit new slide. We're still on slide 3. We want to hit new slide. And we're going to do section. So down arrow next to the new slide in the slide part of our ribbon under the home tab. And we find section. Header, sorry, which is the first row, third column. On slide 3. New slide, section header. I don't know what it is. I had to click slide 3 there. So go ahead and click slide 3 there. In the title placeholder, we're going to type about our company. And notice this is right justified. So the text is going to come out like this. Content placeholder, we're going to click add the text and type this string. Slide 1. Next to adventure, we have type travel. We're going to put our cursor at the E, give a space, and then type travel. Once this is slide, look at the auto fit section. And explore what's here. And we want to close it. And that's that. Now we're told to display slide 2, so we'll choose it. And we're going to insert a picture. So the picture section is under insert. We see a bunch of things we can insert. In images, where we find the picture block. So we want to select pictures. We want to do from this device. And we want to use the one that says PO1A_Valley, the first one. We hit insert. When you do this project for the grader, it'll be somewhere where you stored it on your computer. Just refer to the video I did on 1A grader, and you can see that. So now we're told to go to the third slide. And we want to go to the slides group. We want to do new slide again. We want title and content. We're going to type your vacation as our title. And then we want to select pictures. Look at your stock images or pictures here. And then we want to choose shop it. And then insert. There we have our image. Moving right along. On slide 4, we want to check our picture. And when we do, notice we get a new menu item called Picture Format with different items in our ribbon. And now we want to put a frame around our picture. So we're going to do picture border. No. All right. Picture format tab. We're there. Picture styles group right here. We want to choose the simple frame black picture. Second row, second style. Download simple frame black. Border would have done the same thing in the real version of PowerPoint. So we're still on our fourth slide. We're going to select our picture. Picture format comes back up. And now we want to go to artistic effects. We click picture format, and under adjust, we see some effects. We want to choose artistic effects. And now we want to choose glow diffuse. It is in the second row, the fourth one. So we can see glow diffuse. So we'll click hit, and it'll change our picture. Notice the color of the lights changed. We still want to be on picture format tab for the next one. Still in adjust. We want to choose artistic effects again. And we want the first row none, to put it back the way it was. And there you see our colors back. So on to the next one. In the slideshow tab, we want to start a slideshow from the beginning. We'll do the space bar 4 times. And when the last slide displays, we will hit the space bar to get to the black slide, and then we can left mouse click to end the show. So we'll just start the slideshow here or down here. But we'll start it from up here. I'm going to choose from the beginning. And we're going to hit the space bar to move along. And we can click to exit. And that question is done. We're still in our slideshow tab. We want to look at our monitors group right here. And we want to use presenter view, which is already checked. I'm going to uncheck it. And it wants me to hit Alt and F5 in the Windows world. I sent directions on how to do it in Apple, or just click the presenter view. So I'm going to do what they say and hit Alt and F5. The wrong one, sorry. So my keyboard doesn't have an Alt button either. I'm using an ergonomic keyboard, so I can bring up the keyboard in our in our section, and we can do Alt and F5, and then Enter. Sorry, I think go. Alt F5 go. Here's my presenter view. You can do that in the macro too. So remember, our keyboard is here next to Ask the Publisher. In presenter view below the current slide, select the Advanced to the next animation or slide arrow to display slide 2. So we have buttons here, and a laser, see all slides, zoom, black or unblack the slide, toggle subtitles, have the camera on or off, and more slideshow options. But now we just want to go to slide 2. We see our expertise. It wants us to hit next slide here instead of using our navigation down here. So we hit next slide, which is not letting me do. So just hit the arrow. So we want to make this text larger for our speaker notes. The text larger button is down at the bottom of this next slide window. We just made it bigger. Now we want to see all slides. If you remember, we scrolled through our menu here. And that's the second button. And there's all our slides. Now we want to make slide 4 our present one. So we look at the numbers at the bottom, we click 4, and up to what we see. So what we want to do now is use our zoom feature, which is this button here. So we're being told to take it, and I'll click and hold it, and it wants us to put it in the middle of the picture. Click and drag this box. Put your cursor or search bar right in the middle of the picture. And it zooms. Now we want to hit advance. We'll go to the next item. There's slide 5. And we can up top hit end slideshow to end it right here. And we've completed that task. That's a good way to look at some effects on pictures. So now we want to edit and put in headers and footers. So we do so in Insert tab. And where it says text on that categories, we hit header and footer. And this dialog window comes up. We're told to go to Notes and Handouts page. We want to insert the current date and time. We want to update it automatically. We want to make sure page number is clicked. Go to footer and type 1A underscore quest underscore overview. And then hit apply to all. There's something, so grab notes and handout page, insert the current date and time. Update automatically. 1A, load overview wrong. Now apply to all. There we go. Now we want to enter slide numbers into our presentation. So we go back to insert, back to header and footer. And the first part of the slide will let us do page numbers. Slide tab, under include on slide. Select slide number 10 box. And then don't show on title slide. We don't want the first page to have a title slide. Then we're going to apply to all. Now we're going to go changing the size of a slideshow. They brought up a different presentation for us. So we want to go to design. Under customize, we're going to select slide size, and the down arrow. we want to do widescreen. The widescreen is probably going to be displayed on a big monitor. I didn't get this file. I have to go get it. Go download that. I'm going to share my screen again. Please make sure you get your student data files prior to continuing with the 1B part of the simulation. To do so, you'll click Multimedia Library in your list for your student view. You're going to go to Chapter 1, PowerPoint, getting started with PowerPoint data files. You'll click it, and you'll get to a screen like this. We'll double click it to open it. We go to Student Files, and we want our 1B presentation for San Francisco, I believe. Back in City. Cool. Your student underscore 1B presentation. Open a file P01 underscore B slides. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll click Enable Editing. And I'm going to minimize this and drag it to the left. And I'm going to put our instructions as the other section. The other windows. We have open it in another window. On the View tab, select the Outline View, which is over to the left. On slide 8, now we have another presentation open, and it wants us to move data from one place to another. So we're going to go to slide 8, drag to select the text of the second, third, and fourth bullet points, Golden Gate Bridge, the Botanical Gardens on the Home tab. In the paragraph group, we're going to select increase indent, so Golden Gate Bridge. Let me click and drag. And we'll get my window here. I'm going to increase indent. I did too much highlighting. So we want botanical gardens. And now we're going to increase the list level 1. I just right click. Sorry, wireless to edit this document. Sorry about that. So we're gonna click and highlight Golden Gate Bridge. That one. One video. Follow my downloads, right? I could have messed that in this simulation. Sure why I can't find this file. Browse. Downloads. All files. Go right in here. And I have to unzip that. And I'm going to take this. Actually, no. All these. I think you just put them in my downloads. Make things a little easier. We'll see the Windows file system a little bit. So let me try that activity again. Here it wants us to open that. I did all that for nothing. Sorry. Everything was in our presentation to begin with. My bad, I'm totally sorry. I'd never done this. This is a new simulation for Pearson. I'd never done this one before. So we have this presentation open now after a very long time. In the slide thing that was on the left, we're going to select slide 1. On the home tab, we're going to go copy. In the clipboard group right here, it copies this little button right here. So I'm going to hit copy. And we're going to go back to the other presentation. In the clipboard group, we're going to go to paste, destination theme, press button. And there's our picture. Finally, after a very long delay, we'll go to slide 7. Use the taskbar to display PO1B slides presentation. Our taskbar, PO1B slides. And we want to go to the 4th slide and copy day 2 itinerary. So then I go to right click on it on the slide and hit copy. Now we're going to go back to our other presentation. We use the destination theme one more time for the picture. You go back to the clipboard, under paste, we use the first option. We have our picture. Sorry about that, everyone. Totally my bad. I want to start recording these simulations too for everyone. We'll select that with 3A or 4A. So on our view, we want to go to presentation views all the way on the left. We're going to go to outline. We're told on slide 8, drag to select the text of the second, third, and bullet points. On the home tab paragraph group, we want to increase the link level, list level. At the end of the last bullet, in the outline, slide 8, position the insertion point at the end of the last bullet after the word show. Not sure what's going on here. Give me a second to fix it. That step again. On the view, paragraph group, we're going to choose outline, but we need to be on slide 8. View, outline view. We get our view of what's going on. On slide 8, drag and select the third, fourth, and second, third, and fourth bullets. So if we go to the bigger, click and drag to the bullets. And on the home tab paragraph group, we want to increase our list level. In the outline, slide 8, position the insertion point at the end of the last bullet point after the word show. In the outline, slide 8, point at the end of the last bullet point after the word show. No word show. Select edit to create a new bullet list. We'll use a learning aid. And I'm going to do it. Practice.
In the outline pane on slide 8, click at the end of last bullet point. Select Enter and enter Sunset Cruise.
Guess I typed something wrong. But there is no show, so put the point next to amazing, and enter, and Sunset Cruise. And it's still saying incorrect action. We just did it.
In the outline pane on slide 8, click at the end of last bullet point. Select Enter and enter Sunset. In the outline pane on slide 8, click at the end of last bullet point. Select Enter and enter Sunset Cruise.
Activity 1.19, displaying and editing the presentation outline. Display slide 1. Go to the View tab. In the Presentation Views group, select Outline View. In the outline, in slide 8, drag to select the text of the second, third, and fourth bullet points. Go to the Home tab. In the Paragraph group, select Increase List Level one time. In the outline, in slide 8, position the insertion point at the end of the last bullet point, after the word amazing, and then select Enter to create a new bullet point at the same list level. Enter Sunset Cruise. On the status bar, select Normal to close outline view.
Okay, let's try her again. Cursor after amazing. Sunset view. And we're told to go over here and go to normal, which I didn't do before. We're not instructed to do it. I did exactly what they said. Oh, all right, I got a capital V there. You outline a slide Golden Gate Bridge to Botanical Gardens. Increase the list level. End of amazing. Hit enter. Sunset Cruise. I did view it before, sorry. But it'd been all said if I did the right spelling. So I have to read better. Due to the complexities of the way they write these, if you did not get 100 on the simulations, I will edit your grade. Display 9. We'll want to delete. We can right click and delete slide. Select slide 4. We're going to move it to below slide 8. We'll go up to slide 4, click and drag it. Under slide 8. And we're done with that. We're going to go to slide 1. And we want to go to our editing section of the home ribbon, which is right here. We hit the down. And we want to select replace. So replace is a great tool. It will replace every instance of an item. In the final word section, we're going to take Cafe Greco. Replace with box. We're going to type Cafe Frisco. I'm going to choose replace all. Oops, spelled it wrong. And with slide 1 displayed, we're going to go to the Design tab in the Variant section, which is right in the middle of our screen. We're going to point to the third variant. We're going to right click and do apply to all slides. All right. Select the slides. My bad. And now we want to do variant again. The second theme, I want to right click and apply to all slides. And things are back the way they were. In slide 2, we're going to select the title placeholder. On the home tab in our font group, we're going to want to do our buttons that make the solid line, dotted line solid. We want to display our available fonts. We want to see Georgia. For the most part, they're in alphabetical order. We have to highlight it and display it like that. Solid line should have done that for us. They may have gotten the subtitle too, the way it looks. You want to now make this 40 instead of 44. So make sure you highlight the text we're changing. I'm going to change that to 40. On our subtitle, we're going to change it to 32.
I'm ready for my thing.
I'm recording. I'm going to hit pause. Back to where we were. Okay. Little window. So we want to select making the most of our city. Font arrow, we want to go to 32. I want to go to slide 3 now. We want to select both lines of text. On the home tab font group, we want to go to the font color arrow. We'll hit the down button. And we want to use the 5th column of colors. First color. On slide 3, you want to still select it. You want to hit bold and italic. On slide 4, we want to change the font color of the title text and subtitle. Then most recently used color. On slide 5, center the text within the placeholder. We want to highlight the text. Center button on the paragraph. On slide 4, use the keyboard shortcut Control A. Use my keyboard on screen, which Mac users can do. Control A, go. So to do the paragraph, then you have to actually highlight it. Go again. And we're done with that activity. Slide 5. We'll line a paragraph. Then we're going to do line spacing, which is scroll through the paragraph and find out which one it is. Best way to find anything is through this. So I'm going to cut out my more. And under line spacing, we want here's how we do it better. The line spacing isn't showing up properly. You just highlight all your text here. Okay. And we want to select line spacing. My icon is there. Sorry, I missed it. I want to choose 2. And we're done. Line 1 on the home tab. In the slides group. Go to the slide layout gallery. And select section header to change the look of our slide. Now we're told go to the lower right corner of our PowerPoint window and select slide sorter. So we see notes already. So now we see normal, what we did already, slide sorter, reading view, and slideshow. And here's our zoom. So we're going to go to slide sorter. Select slide 1, thick outline around it. On our keyboard, we want to hit the delete the slide. So we go. With our display still in slide sorter view, we want to go to slide 2. We want to drag it to the right of slide 6. We want to select slide 2 here. We're going to do Control. Hit Control on my keyboard in number 4. All right, slide 2. Hold down Control. Hit 4, number 4. And please. You both of them are now selected. You can do that in anything in Windows. Control will allow you to select multiple items that are not adjacent to each other. Shift will let you choose items that are next to each other. Sort of view, select slide 2, Control key slide 4. Here we go. Select slide 3, hold down shift, and select slide 5. And you see all 3 of them are now done. You hit down the control key and choose slide 3, and see slide 3 is now removed. Say select point to either to select the slides and drag the position 2 sliders to the right. Give a click. We're to turn to our normal view. So first I'll reset it and do the narrative. It will let me. So I click slide 2, hold down my control key, click slide 4. They got both of them selected. Then we're told to select slide 3. Hold our shift key to slide to get them all selected. We control and slide 3 to remove it. And we moved the 2 joined sheets to next to slide 2. And we'll return it to normal mode down here with our normal button. We're going to put in transitions. That's some animations on how slides move. The transitions. Transition to this slide group. I'm going to select more. And under subtle, we want to do fade. Then go to slide 1. Transitions, fade. I'm going to go to effect options now for the next step. And we're going to go through black. And the timing group, which is next to it, we're going to do apply to all. For 132, and the timing group, we're still in the same area. Our duration box is minute. Select the up arrow 7 times to go to 1.75. Then do apply to all. Okay, we're going to go to our slideshow group from the beginning. And we're going to click through our presentation. You see our transitions. So now we're told to do our reading view, which we've seen before. And we use the space bar to choose slide 2. Click the left mouse button to do slide 3. Want to choose previous. Now that's the arrow in our bar down here where we did the view. We want to hit menu now. In the reading view menu, we want to do end show. To return a normal view. And you hit OK to submit the assignment. Nothing to upload on the simulation. I hope this helps, even though I had a few blunders. They're very long, so I appreciate your time in doing them. And it will really help you speed through the graders. Thank you.